Hi, in this video, I will be discussing that if you have a design problem and looking at nature for inspiration, what should you do? In other words, this video describes the bio-inspired design process. So, in order to follow the bio-inspired design process, a 10-step methodology has been given. This 10-step methodology will help you to solve a design problem. Assume that you have been given a design problem as stated here. Design a bottle for army personnel in cold areas which can keep the drinks warm. So, step 1 is to understand and reformulate the problem. So, why do we have to reformulate the problem? Because biology does not include any technical term. It includes biological processes and behavior, but no technical language is present in biology. So, we need to reformulate or biologize the problem. The reformulated problem can be like this, as shown. Reformulated problem 1. Which entity or process in nature is able to survive in cold condition? Second, how animals or plants survive in cold condition? Third, how animals or plants keep warm in cold conditions? After that, you have to follow the step number 2, which is to find a source to refer the biology. This source can be Google, ebooks, databases. The figure over here shows using Google as a source. The second figure shows another popular source for biological inspired strategies, which is asknature.org. So over here you have to search the databases or Google with the reformulated problem. Then you need to go through these databases, and you can also discuss it with a biologist or an environmentalist. The step 3, it involves the searching the source or asking the biologist. Here we use the keywords of the reformulated problem on Google, or we can use the keywords with asknature.org database. So in the first figure over here, which is on the top right hand side, I have used the keywords from the reformulated problems as animals keeping warm in cold weather, and I am able to get some of the animals which are keeping warm in cold weather. In the second figure on the right hand side corner, the database search is asknature.org. Here different strategies are also obtained. Alternatively, the discussion with a biologist can also be done. Step 4 involves enlisting multiple entities that we have obtained from these sources. So these can include plants, animals, and any other entity which you have found. Here in this example, for the problem referred, I have found out 4 entities: polar bear, plants, flowers, and reindeer. This I have searched from asknature.org database. Step 5 involves filtering those entities according to the problem and selecting or finalizing one or two entities. Step 6 involves extracting the principles. In order to extract the principle, we need to understand the biological entity clearly. For example, in the figure given on the top, we are taking the biological entity as polar bear. So we are trying to understand how it keeps warm in cold weather, and then we try to extract that strategy in order to develop a bottle which can keep warm in cold weather, as shown in the bottom figure. After that, in step number 7, sketches are drawn. So these sketches are acting as solutions to the problem which was given earlier. Now for the designers, we can stop at this step if they are generating ideas. But if you are actually generating a product, you can go ahead with the step number 8, which is again CAD modeling. So CAD modeling of the concepts is to be done in this step. Step 9 involves prototyping of the CAD model which has been done. So 3D printing technology can be used to develop the actual prototype. In the last step, the products can be given to the users for actual evaluation, or other mechanical and thermal or other properties can also be evaluated in this step. So the overall methodology looks like this: understand and reformulate the problem, find the source, search source or ask biologist, enlist entities, filter entities, extract principle, draw sketches, CAD modeling, prototyping and evaluation. Thank you very much.